Low commissions on sales, face-to-face trading, lots of withdrawals, and has many active buyers and sellers. To start, definitely want to download that. A link will be in the description below, and then begin to build directly from OBS itself. But I personally prefer Streamlabs, especially because it's much more built for streaming. You definitely want to download that. Again, link will be in the description below, and then begin to build your streaming setup and your stream theme. You guys can see mine right here. Mine's kind of been customized a bit. This is my just chatting screen. I also got my top donator screen, full screen of course, and then of course the starting, be right back, and ending screen. You don't have to create as an elaborate one as I've done here for mine, but definitely want to make something with a couple of different scenes so that you have something to use once you start streaming. Now, I will throw this into the video here just because I do make CSGO content, and I know I'm going to get some questions about this. So if you are trying to record CSGO, you'll notice that if you do try to do it through a game capture, you can see if I do add source, and then select game capture, add source again, you're going to see that if I tell it to capture a specific window and set it to Counter-Strike, nothing at all shows up. It's going to continue showing my desktop. This is because of the trust mode update with CSGO. Unfortunately, game capture does not work. Of course, every other game does work with it. You shouldn't have any problems using game capture for any other game you want to play, but for CSGO, unfortunately, it just doesn't work. The only way you're going to be able to screen capture CSGO is by either using a video capture device, if you do have one of those, or by just strictly doing a display capture. If you're not sure how to do that, again, you're just going to go hit the plus button here, and then select display capture. It's going to be right above game capture, add source again, and then you're going to select the display, of course if you do have multiple monitors, that you want it to record. Getting into the settings though, which all of you guys are here for, you want to come over here to the settings in the bottom left hand corner, and this page right here is going to open up. It should start you off on the general tab, and to be honest, you do not have to worry about any
How's it going, guys? So I've been messing around on Streamlabs for the last like 3 hours trying to figure out how I can play Counter-Strike, one of the main games that I play on my stream, in 4:3 resolution without having to worry about having my desktop in that 4:3 around 220 by 1080p resolution. And I'm trying to stream it in Counter-Strike, or trying to stream it in Streamlabs. It makes me launch it in untrusted mode, so I can use the game capture of the game and have it capture, but then it messes with my trust factor if I'm doing that. And some people are talking about having a display capture overlay, and that's all great, but all of their options end in you having to leave your desktop in a 4:3 resolution while Counter-Strike. And no one wants to actually have to do that. So I've been messing around a little bit, and I found out that Streamlabs actually doesn't care what resolution your desktop is, as long as the desktop was in that resolution when the source was stretched to the screen. So I'll show you what I mean. In that I have this resolution called CSGO, or this resolution, this source called CSGO. So you can see here in my top left, display 1 will show you whatever my right monitor is looking at, but it'll show you in whatever stretched form that it decided to show you. So you can see it takes up about that much space on the screen, and that's a 16 by 9 image. So I'll go here with my Counter-Strike overlay. So this is my right monitor, it's normal size. So we're going to go here to my display settings. I'm going to come down here to the resolution section. I'm going to change this to the in-game resolution that I like to use in Counter-Strike, 1280 by 1024. We're going to change it. Keep changes. So now you can see that it's blacking out a lot of the outer area, and I'm touching the right side of my monitor, and I'm like 2/3 of the way across the screen that you guys are seeing. So I'm going to show you what I'm looking at here. In that when you're looking at that image, you'll come over, click the source, and you can see that it's only taking up that much of the screen. I'll click it, transform, stretch the screen. So now that's going to be stretched to a full-size image, and I can black these other two out so you can see that it's stretching this to the full size of the screen. But it's also making my desktop weird because I'm actually in a 4:3 resolution on my desktop. So now that that's been stretched, now that this source is stretched to the way that I want it, I'm going to go back, not that one. I'm going to change it to my 1920 by 1080p resolution, go right back to my recommended, my native resolution, and you can see that now it's broken my desktop, except it hasn't, and my desktop is just the same as it was before. I can still see my full desktop on the right side of my monitor, but when it's time to actually look at my game overlay, it's overswitched. So now I have a little square that I can tab into whenever I want to play Counter-Strike, and all I have to do is make an extra source called CSGO. And you can see here that when I click it to focus it, it's overstretching it way past the bounds of what you're actually able to see on the recording. So I can tab in Counter-Strike real quick and show you what I mean. So I black out those other two sources, and I'll tab into CS. And you can even hear the game audio playing in the background, and you can see that my 5:4 resolution, 1280 by 1024 is a 5:4 resolution, but there's a room with 4:3 as well. It's actually showing you can see full screen.
I was going to say, this is a long day for me. I don't appreciate this at all.
Yeah, I know. I don't have but anyway, it is
Trusted
great having
mode.
him.
I'm not getting the pop-up telling you to load it untrusted, or that there's, not letting me see the game, not giving me black screen or anything like that, and I'm able to play the game for
Been an
seconds.
interesting journey for them.
So that seems to be a workaround. That's really the only one that I found that doesn't result in you having to leave your desktop in a stupid setup. And all you end up having to do is just have an extra source called CSGO that if you ever don't want, you just blind it and just leave it at all.
Young pretenders to the throne, the heirs apparent, and they've been looking very, very good, particularly Roy, one of the players of the major. So, set the scene for you.
Well, I mean, it's kind of interesting. I mean, Copenhagen Flames is kind of in a situation Heroic was earlier this year, where there was like promise, you saw that improvement, you saw some cool results, you saw some fun stuff, and you started getting excited about it, and then it's about keeping on proving that it's actually going to be a real thing and it can actually stick around. So that's that. In that sense, it's kind of cool to see them just following in that trajectory. Also, this major, we're getting all of the Danish grudge matches going. Like the Danes have all just like continuously drawn the exact teams if you wanted to have a perfect grudge match. So just one more for Heroic to try and overcome. And I think actually Copenhagen Flames can be a big challenge.
I suggested a Wild West style bar brawl, but instead they decided to play each other.
We should just stop doing seedings and letting these matches be randomized. We should just get them to the stories.
You're talking about grudge match. Yeah.
That was